we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Sorry for the hiccup. I guess we lost like 1,000 viewers, but... Ooh, what is this? What is this? We just got a tweet. Blizzard Entertainment. The countdown is on. Blizzard Classic Cup captains revealed March 10. Oh, damn. Who are these silhouettes?
Nah, was get.
Yo, 8KP, Digga. Danke für den Sub. Canillas also, thank you. Who are these people? So it seems like there's two teams. And one captain like will draft a team from 4 spots. Okay, so if you guys don't know what's going on, Blizzard has announced that at BlizzCon there's going to be a Classic Cup. And that will feature StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, and Heroes of the Storm at BlizzCon in September. Huh. And then there's gonna be 2 teams. And I guess each team has 1 or multiple representatives in every game. And the captain will be like the media spokesperson, coach kind of dude. Okay, I think it's safe to say it's not me. There's no person with a hat. Captain reveal at March 10, blizzcon.com/esports. Okay, that is interesting. The right one is Asian, might be Moon. How do you think? Why do you think he's that person is Asian? They also have hair.
Go ahead, Mr. Handsome.
That's fair. Hey, Vesty, what's up? What's up? What's up? Looks like Moon. Okay, wait. I got a lot of Moon pictures. Can we find the one picture that fits? No. No. There we go. Okay. Back to Warcraft. Assets. Player pictures. Moon. So does this look like a jersey to you? Yeah, right? The most up-to-date one I have is this. That doesn't fit, right? Kind of-ish. Kind of-ish, but not really. Kind of-ish, but not really. Hairline wrong side. Ooh, would you think they mirrored it? Would you think they mirrored it? Also not really. Nah, it doesn't stick out that much, right? Okay, we keep this to the side. We got more pictures. It's a pretty straight picture, right? This is another one I got. It's too big. So not really. It was close. It was close. This is not really close. I also got this one. Oh, did I just show this? Yes. It's the same picture. Got this one. That's almost perfect. Right? Is it? I mean, almost perfect. It's really close. But the hair, is it? It's really close to perfection, but it's not perfection. I don't know. You think it's Cyril? I can't find a good picture of Yona. Cyril PNG. I don't have that available. But wouldn't Cyril be playing instead of captaining? Shouldn't that be like, I don't know. Shouldn't the captain be more like an influencer, streamer, somewhat like that? I think it would be somewhat weird if it's just a player of one game. Should be Cyril? A lot of people say Cyril. What's his Wikipedia picture? Or what are his Wikipedia pictures? Really not that easy to find a straight up photo of that guy. Could be though. I mean, But is it though? Looks a little more oval, maybe. Oh, wait. I got it. Wait. You think that fits? I don't think so. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced. Moon was closer than Cyril. I think Moon. Flipped. Not really. What about, you know, when the news broke first, one person talked about it on his stream. Close-ish, but also not really. No. No, don't think so. Not really. It is close though. Left one tasteless. I thought so too. I thought so too. But yeah, Infi doesn't fit. What if it's just tasteless and dartosis? Wouldn't that be very obvious? Wouldn't that be also pretty much the perfect choice? I mean, on his stream he's wearing hats, but usually for casting he doesn't. What if it's tasteless and dartosis, boys? Would they make such a, like, a big reveal over it? Can't find a great picture for Tosis either. Like, not straight. These are super straight pictures, right? Frontal, very frontal. So I got no clue what's going on in the heroes category and who the big influences are there. But obviously, Tasteless and Artosis are the most famous. Then Grubby, and then there's probably not much. Can we find a great picture of Artosis right from the front? Ideally, where his ears are visible. That's really tough. There's not too many pictures. Either he's wearing a hat or it's slightly from the side. Let's try. Ay, that's very close. Very small. The ears do fit though. Ah, shit. Okay, this is an older picture. Hair might be different. Looks like it could be a fit. And of course the hair is a lot different. But yeah, might work. Might work. Did he ever have that haircut? I don't know, man. I think, you know, Tasteless versus Artosis makes a lot of sense. Doesn't it? Could it be Grubby? Doesn't strike me as a Grubby picture. I wouldn't rule it out, but I'm also not an expert. But doesn't he wear his hair a little longer around the ears? So we wouldn't see the full ear shape? Maybe? I don't know. Storyline wise, Tasteless versus Artosis. Great match, of course. He just got a new haircut for the BlizzCon picture. That might be it, man. That might be it. Yeah, if this is Tasteless, then there is a solid chance this is Artosis. And it makes a lot of sense, right? It does. Team Tasteless versus Team Artosis. Okay. Okay. Any guesses? Okay. Retweet. That ain't me, that's for sure. I also said there's no hat. Can't be me. Can't be me. Oh man, otherwise people would have asked me the entire time. What's the format? Will I be invited? Will you captain me? But yeah, cool that there's a sign of life. I was a little worried, like it's half a year. We'll see. So still curious about the format. Could be 2 players for each title and they're invited. Could be 4 and then they play semi-final and final. Then the question, what do you do with Heroes of the Storm? Because you need, I guess, 5 players for that. Maybe it's different per game. We got no clue, but apparently there will be a show or a reveal at blizzcon.com/esports. Oh, it's not a stream. It's blizzcon.com/esports. I thought it's a stream. But then there will be a news post on March 10. Something was up at March 10. It's a Tuesday. Well, we'll be there, 7 p.m. Pretty much more or less the same as we have now. We'll be there. We'll be there. And good time to speculate as well. If you guys have any additional guesses or some CSI technology, let us know. Now I will let you know that we got Don't Rush Me Cup here today. I gotta close a couple of windows here. I was a busy boy today. Because finally, after this little BlizzCon news, we can go into games. Don't Rush Me Cup it is. And it is the last group that's not decided yet. Hell yeah. It's about time. Oh, actually, the second one, second last, was a bit of a chaotic group as it was plagued by technical difficulties. Whatever, it's a very exciting group as well because I gotta select a new here. There we go. It's the group with Sheik and Soin. Sheik is known as a very good undead one-on-one player, one of the all-time great FFA players. And basically, every game mode he touches, he turns into gold. Or he owns, basically. So will that be the case here? Neutron said on the co-cast that we did, Sheik is the only player that he's really scared of. And now he's up against Soin, who I don't know how good he is in other game modes, but if we judge from the one-on-one, he for sure is a threat. And then there's Sexy waiting in the lower bracket as well. I don't know if Sexy will be playing today as well, or if that's a different game. And then we almost got our playoffs, and we actually have the first playoff match today. LawLiet versus Chaemiko will be played as well. The first round is best of 3. So first we do Sheik versus Soin. Then we do LawLiet versus Chaemiko. And then we also do Moon versus Leon, which was a Young Fan Cup of yesterday where we didn't have the time. Now today might be a busy day as well, but today we surely have the time because if there's a person from our community stepping up and organizing show matches, then we better make sure that these show matches will be casted. If not live, because there's a million other show matches. And yesterday, you know, yesterday was Lin versus 120. I think nobody can be mad at us that we went for Lin versus 120. That was goated, man. So, I think without further ado, we go into the game. It is Sheik, it is Soin, it is Fountain of Manipulation, it is the Don't Rush Me Cup format, which is 11 minutes 20. No enemy contact. There's an invisible wall between the 2 bases, and you cannot cross them. Rapapam-pam, rapapam-pam. Let's see, everybody. It is, to some people's surprise probably, an Orc Mirror. We talked a lot about hybrid players. There's 2 sorts of hybrid players here. People who can play one-on-one and FFA. That's some sort of hybrid. And multi-race players. That's also some sort of hybrid. And you guess what? Sheik is a square hybrid. He can play every game mode. And he can play, I think, every race at a very high level. I know about Undead and Orc, 100% for sure. Not entirely sure about other races. So, Orc is pretty strong in this game mode. Some said prior to this tournament that the Bad Rider Rush cannot be defended. But then it was defended pretty much on day 1 and 2. So we'll see. Oh, surprise, surprise, people. Soin going for Farseer. We've seen this only once in this tournament. And that was Ice Orc, who eventually was eliminated. So hopefully this working better for Soin than it was for Ice Orc. This is the winner bracket final of the group. So the winner is clearly qualified and goes up against Ina in the group. The loser goes up against Neutron. If this is Neutron versus Sheik in round 1 of the playoffs, that's crazy. That would be like Happy versus Lin in round 1 of the playoffs. Oh, I forgot we got that on August 3rd. Yes, on Sunday at noon European time. Happy versus Lin first round in the playoffs. We're blessed, everybody. We are blessed with great games. And at least to me, the playoff matches always more prestigious. Oh, did I say August? It's March. I wish it was August. March 8th, not August 3rd. I mixed that up. You know, month, days, whatever it is. Where was I? Yeah. Tournament playoff games, always a little more prestigious than the almost daily show matches that we got at the moment, even though the show matches are very, very, very entertaining. So far, Sheik is creeping with mirror image. Human laser backwards. Well, we'll see who's backwards. Or you can decide who's backwards. What does no rush mean? Here, this line is an invisible wall. You cannot cross this invisible wall. You cannot go to your opponent. So you can do on your side of the map whatever you want. And your opponent can do whatever you want. And when this timer is ticking down, then you can cross the map. So this is basically a mix of one-on-one and FFA. And it is clearly one-on-one, as you can see. Left versus right. Bottom versus top. With FFA economy and FFA tech timings. This is... I've never seen this before. Will he staff onto it or just go? What's Sheik doing? Neutron said Sheik is scary. And Sheik had a long time to prepare. I'm really curious what he's doing here. So far, he's doing nothing with it. Gold mine, pull. Can he pull the... go there, get the shredder, and return lumber immediately so it's pathing the creeps?
A player's forces are under attack.
We'll see about that. What it will be in the end. We got a base up here. Soin did not expand at all. And this is a second base by Sheik on the way to tier 2. Okay, so the shredder can start mining immediately. I still don't get the Hunter's Hold. Ah, well, this timing is earlier, so the shredder doesn't have to wait. Okay, Faster influx on lumber. A lot faster. Oh, this is a greedy creep. This is a very risky creep. But I gotta say, we have seen some orcs on 2 bases. And that was already low on gold. Soin might want to invest into a lot of tiny great halls then. Yeah, it's for the shredder and the lumber. And it's so close to the lumber mill. This will be a lot of lumber. So he can also get his production buildings up faster. And then he can get his production up faster. Yo, not having the shredder go to the main. That saves minutes and it saves like 50 seconds before he can go to this main and shred there. Well, I see why Neutron said that he's scary. Okay, he must have optimized this. Soin creeping as well. Farsia Headhunter is now on tier 3 in a second. It's 3 bases versus 1. And Sheik's army isn't even that much bigger. And the tech is 80 seconds later. Sheik will be so filthy rich. So once the trees here are empty, he can go here. Ah, Sheik, man. If you don't love Sheik playing Warcraft, I don't know if you ever loved this game. Witch Doctor for heal wards, of course. Soin has a very, very, very different idea from anyone else so far. Double shop as well. We got a shop here and here. Well, always good to have access to potions. And to tinies in this case. There's another gold mine here. How many gold mines does Soin have opened up? This is opened up. He's opening up this one. Both need the red spot still. Okay, so Soin is aware that it's important to clean gold mines from creep. So it can expand then later when the fighting is up. TC... Tiny Great Hall. Okay. So, very early expansions that take a long time against very late expansions that produce fast. But of course, the entire time, Sheik was mining more. You can see the difference here. And nobody is in upkeep, right? This is where you will never, ever, ever pay upkeep cost. Because you don't go over 50. Interesting. And then, of course, how good is a Farsia in the late game compared to a Blade Master? I think wolves don't do anything anymore. It might actually be smart to go for Farside Retrain because the map is so big. Fountain of Manipulation, the map that we're on, is one of the biggest maps in this pool. And this is an FFA map pool.
Player's forces are under attack.
I don't really know what Soin's idea is, but hey, we'll see if this works out. Maybe Soin's approach is genius and she can't handle the heat. But we are on 4 orc bases versus 2. Yes, that's a big difference. Level advantage is clearly on Soin. With that Farsia. Not too many expenses. On Sheik's side, he has a very, very, very small army. And another tiny in the pocket. Wow, so he's expanding here now as well for 5 gold mines. That's Goa-esque. Clock is going down in 1 minute. Soin also still at 50, but Soin doesn't have the lumber. Oh, did he not go for the shredder early enough? Oh, that's brutal. I mean, he can build 10 grunts now, but not much else. Sometimes, yeah, you see it at Sheik. He already went for 2 shredders because he got so much gold. And for him, the resources look a lot better. Goes for bats. 4 bats. And the 5th beastery coming up soon. So he'll just lame. Pimpin' the blade. As you do in FFA with wonderful Katga's pipe for mana regen. I think these Bat Riders alone should keep Soin busy so he can't rush Sheik. Because he has to respond to it at some point. Somehow. Soin's second tiny Great Hall. Very curious that these red spots are still there. That usually never happens. Here's the wall, and the wall is gone. And here we go, and attack and distract. Blade Master looks awesome. Shadow Hunter could need some work still. TC, of course, nothing. So I think the idea by Sheik is just force a response, force Soin back, make it so that your economy advantage can pay off, and he catches him with the mana fountain here. Nice. Forcing a town portal indeed. Now we'll see. Oh, Shredder snipe. That was not protected at all. And Soin was already low on lumber. Oh, damn. Did he lure the creeps? Oh, I thought so. But yeah, this expo might not work out. We don't have cement even after 11 minutes 30. Greedy. And low lumber. Yeah, and this is what bats do to you. We talked about it. They're coming from all sides, man. The left-hand side is empty. The middle has been cleaned out. This is the only gold mine. And Sheik can take a little nap on a pile of gold. That is crazy. Yeah, Sheik coming in very, very, very prepared. It is, of course... He got double the gold. Double income. It's so much, man. Plus the late game heroes, as we said. Is it a mistake to show the builds already? Or should you have maybe saved it for playoffs? Overall, Soin might still be the better fighter. One of the best micros in the entire world. We're diversifying this army now as Bat Riders, of course. In straight up fights, not that great, but they're doing... Oh, Chain Lightning, sweet. They're doing a lot of damage in the base. Yeah, I think 0 expansions is not what you want to be going for. But okay, Soin's still in this. Question is, how does he turn this around? He needs to whack-a-mole 1, 2, 3, 4 gold mines. We still have a tiny Great Hall in the TC inventory, by the way. He could just block it down. I think eventually gold decides. So many towers. Yeah, this game mode is really, really stretching our overlay capabilities. Now we got the tiny at the top with the TC. And as long as it's just buildings in production, should Sheik care? Sheik's army is ginormous, of course. This is also 24 peons and 2 shredders. So Soin's army might be more optimal for fighting. But then we also got a Farseer who's not that optimal in comparison to a Blade Master. 1 base. Soin on 1 base. That is usually not a good sign. And we harass here. How good is Soin's multitasking? I'd say he's usually a very army-centric player. I wouldn't expect too much multi-base attacks from him, macro-wise. This is where Sheik shines. This is also where LawLiet was shining. Where a lot of humans are shining. Inspired was great at that too. A couple of tanks here, a couple of gyros there. Still lots of bats. Funny, funny game. Soin is still... He didn't rebuy a shredder initially after it was sniped. Soin is on 0-1 upgrade. Sheik is on 3-2. That's atrocious. Yeah, constant threat. I mean, I like the Chain Lightning. I also like the decision to go Chain Lightning 3. But this is just an economy game. And now Sheik seems confident in the middle. It's only 3 heroes, but you can do a lot with 3 orc heroes. Yeah, Sheik is not interested in fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 5 expansions now. As he builds another one. Yeah, at the top. He's just taking one gold mine after the next away from Soin. And of course, gold doesn't grow on trees, obviously. It doesn't refresh, so the gold is gone forever. And look at, like, how much damage he can do. We're kind of still waiting for Bloodlust. Sheik not even investing too much into ours. 3,000 gold. And Sheik, I think, doesn't care if he loses a base. Can 3 orc heroes defeat an entire orc army? Is the question. This looks like a lot of Sisyphus work for Soin here.
Oui.
Ja, Rauke, du alter Rabauke. Danke. Thank you. Sheik at some point, Soin has to realize that this is reality and his main is under attack. And even if he succeeds here... Oh, Shadowhunter killed. Sorry, didn't see that. Was busy in the main. Even if he succeeds here, there's still 4 more bases. Fortress is already at 50%. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We can fast forward through this, actually. I expected more from Soin. Very much freestyle, I would say. Maybe theory crafted a little bit, but he's also very busy with show matches. So maybe there wasn't too much time for this tournament. He got some extra time, as this was supposed to be played last week. And even like the Great Hall is still up. This is not even fully mining. And the bats find the answer once again with no towers. Sheik's mining here, Sheik is mining there. Sheik is mining here, Sheik will soon be fully mining there. And here as well. Yeah, I would like to make this closer than it is. But I truly don't see a way. This is like peak FFA Sheik. And if you've ever seen Sheik in FFA, you know what an ultimate weapon he is. One of the all-time greats. Fierce battles with Lilu in this mode, so he's no stranger to big army compositions, to lots of time, lots of resources. Ultra late game army is always different than the one-on-one army because the timings are just better. Like, it would be somewhat odd to see raiders except to style. Witch doctors are normal. Staff of Silence. Ja, genau. Soin going into Tauren now as he gets a little bit more gold, more lumber. Tauren very lumber heavy, and he can then finally clean out the first out of 5 expansions. And he is aware at the top, so he can tower there. He might be able to tower here. And tower in the main. Okay, with better economy and better lumber comes a little bit of stability. But we're also already preparing the next attack. Well, it's all nice that we got Tauren and towers. It's quite funny, by the way, that towering each other. But in the end, Soin is on one base. Can't be on one base. He's also at 51 food. He's also stuck at 51 food. Mamma mia. Farseer deleted. Shadowhunter save. 5,000 gold. Is this the richest I've seen someone in this game mode? Demonstration of force. By the man they call Sheik. Yeah. A lot of people are afraid of him. We saw that's for a reason. Ina might be shaking in his boots already. Warmill was cool. Warmill was cool. Very, very greedy. But we've seen this from Scour already. Attempts to get away with a lot of gold mines. We've also seen this from Sting Prestige. He also tried to expand a lot with Orc, which, you know, coming from one-on-one seems a bit atypical because their Orcs rarely expand. But Sheik makes it work, man. Sheik makes it work, and I gotta say, maybe Soin's thinking was different than everyone's.
Buck ads.
But maybe the others were right. I don't know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can see another specialty of this game mode. You have to declare your race for the first map, but you can then also switch it for the other maps. And Sheik will not only show us how great he is with Orc, he will also show us how great he is with Undead. Thank you, X7 Tech, for the 437 month. That is match points. Soin would find himself in the lower bracket with Sexy, where after this performance and this approach, Sexy with a good build might have a chance. Even though Soin is one of the greatest one-on-one players there is. You gotta have the strats, you gotta have a game plan. You gotta adjust to the game mode, otherwise you're toast. As we saw in game 1. Yeah, I guess we all expected a little more. But maybe Soin is quick on his feet and can adjust. We are on the map Juggernaut. Here again, same situation applies. Wow, invisible wall right there. It's called Juggernaut because here in the middle is a creep that is the Juggernaut. Is very, very strong. Drops infernals. Gives you 700 gold and a big item. This map, the most one-on-one map, I would say. It just goes straight from left to right, from right to left. Thank you, Neo, for your consistency and dedication to the craft. But crumbs, I always hope you have great consistency in your life. And it's always good seeing you. Do you know why the timer was planned this way? It's the end of the second nighttime. And then this is also the time where you kind of have your army, can have your army together in FFA. I think it's just mostly FFA learnings from when you are competitive without giving players too much time for it to be boring to watch. Well, Soin doesn't believe in the blade. I would have loved to see him with the blade, actually. Sheik with double necropolis. This is to save lumber. You need lumber to expand. With undead, you get lumber a little later, as you have to wait for the crypt to get your lumber workers. And we've seen some cool, interesting builds with Orc. Let's see what he has prepared with undead. Or if he saw that, okay, this Soin is no match, I will hide my strats and not show them too much. We got very dangerous creep routes here, or very dangerous creep spots. The red spots especially. We've seen Chaemiko yesterday approaching this one, looking at the creeps and backing off into the green camp because it was too hard.
Forces are under attack.
FFA Goat in the chat. I'm still sad that you were eliminated, my dude. Still sad. Days after. It's not the same if I can't cheer for you. Well, gotta go for my boy LawLiet then. Coil, lightning shield, skeleton, acolytes. And lots of damage. Well done. Yeah, these creep techniques is something that you never see in one-on-one, really. Finishing with the coil, to not deny. Because you know that there's not gonna be a creep jack. You play PvE and you can take lots of risks because there is no Blade Master coming out of the shadows immediately, because there's no wolves picking away at you. Soin, same camp, also lightning shield. And again, is there a peon? Again, no peon. Looks like he's going for a classic one-on-one build. With Farseer and 6 headhunters.
A player's forces are under attack.
And of course, we don't know if Soin saw the replay. I don't think he saw the replay. Yeah, Sheik's creeping looks very optimized. Will be interesting to see what his main race will be in this tournament, if there even is a main race for him in this tournament.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hey, we're not insulting players when they're in our chat. What the hell is that behavior, Manitou? I know you better. Oh, we got a pit lord. Oh, Unholy Frenzy as he realizes Soin's going Farseer Headhunter. Expo up. It's not too easy to get too many expansions up here. As I said, the creep spots are tough.
A player's forces are under attack.
And then if you have a pit lord, you'll probably go casters, right? Necros especially can be very, very, very strong. Here we go. Yep, this very much smells like Necros. And if Soin doesn't go Walkers and Dispel, how is he supposed to deal with the Necros? And Sheik again. 3 bases on the way. Soin still 1 base. Man, let's be honest. 1 base will not work in this game mode. Can it work? 1 base, man? You got 11 minutes. I don't know. Live your wildest fantasies as Orc. How long do Orcs say we can't expand in that matchup? Our Great Hall must be faster. I need this. Every other race can do it, but we can't. And then we have a game mode where you can, and then he's not doing it. Doesn't have the blueprints, doesn't have the production plans.
Forces are under attack.
So it's only creeping, but money rules the world, not experience. With that being said, if you guys have a Prime sub lying around, we gladly take it for your support for this channel. Pit Lord, strong, very strong. And this is gonna be Necro Wagons. He's gonna be straight across.
Forces are under attack.
This time we got Bad Riders by Soin. And there isn't much anti-air, to be fair. Skeleton casters are anti-air to a degree. But I guess we can just build towers. What happens if they meet in the middle before 11 minutes? Well, you can fight here. This is free for both players, but the player on the left can't cross this, and the player on the right can't cross this. But I mean, why would you?
Players' forces are under attack.
Yo, Sunshine with the gifts up. Let's go. If you're in for some late night commentary or evening commentary if you're in the US, Sunshine WC3 is your man. Some of the best production a Warcraft stream has ever seen. Every game is cast in a stadium. So, we got a sweet position here 2 minutes before the invisible wall disappears. What you also can do is pull cabs. Here's the Juggernaut, everybody. Oh, what a beast. What a beautiful, beautiful beast. It's gold, so it must be strong, like in an RPG. Oh, damn. This will take some HP. Lich is bringing 6 Wands of Negation. Ah, Shalanor. Thank you for the Prime. But yeah, that's how you get the Juggernaut, man. That's 700 gold. Infernal machine. It didn't drop the Infernal. Can you buck it? I'm not an expert, of course, on Infernal machine mechanics. Usually, it spawns an Infernal. And especially versus ghouls, of course. That would be great, but Sheik found a way so it's not doing it. And we got a crowd. Oh my god. Oh. Sexy, sexy Pit Lord. He got Ring of Protection, Gloves of Haste, Belt of Giant Strength, Crown of Kings, and Unholy Frenzy. Yes, please. That Pit Lord in my veins. That will lead to a heart attack. He's clocking everything up. Oh my god, he got 15.5. And unholy, frozen armor, frost armor as well. Someone's army is 5 headhunters, 5 bats. Okay, bats, you can't fight with bats. Here we go. This Soin is your pain train. Choo-choo! Oh my god. This is just Armageddon. Sorry, Soin. I smell loser bracket. The loser might be me, but the loser bracket for sure is for you. He needs a miracle here. And you know what? It's 4 wagons. They don't do that much damage, but Disease Cloud is nice. We got lots and lots of skeletons now. And the Pit Lord is an absolute monster against the backline if he ever reaches it. Cow ripe for the slaughter. Hero Focus can never really work with that fast here. TC deleted. He does 200 damage per hit. Shadow Hunter deleted. Yo, there's one God of War in this match. And it's not Soin. Usually the only undead who manhandles Soin like this is Happy. But the Happy of this game mode might be Sheik. What a brutal beast. Completely wrecking one of the best orcs in the world. You know, there's a little rivalry going on between me and Rulers. We try to claim players for our scene. Who's a one-on-one player? Who's an FFA player? I think we're both Camp Sheik. Oh my god. Terrorizing. Terrorizing. That means we get Sheik versus Ina in the playoffs. And Ina looked really, really, really good in the group stage lower bracket. Eliminating Death Note, for example. But is he ready for Sheik? I don't know. Is anyone? Side of relief for Yuri, for Neutron. Sheik will not be in his bracket up until the grand final. That's exactly what Neutron wanted. We got... Oh my god, the playoffs are so sexy. It's ridiculous. Seiso still waiting for his opponent. That's either Still or Sweeby. That still has to be decided if Still continues or Sweeby. Moon versus Inspired. Absolute banger match. Very much looking forward to this. LawLiet versus Chaemiko is going to be our first playoff match that we will cast now. Sheik versus Ina, as we said. Starbuck versus Orkiro, who came pretty prepared. That's nice. Dice versus DV. Also banger match. Lucy came better prepared and already did a very good job versus Night Elves in his path. And then Neutron is up against either Soin or Sexy. And I think Neutron will be quite happy with that draw. Also, Trunks and Lucy. For them, it will be hard to defeat a Neutron. But then also, you know, Neutron sometimes loses heroes to creeps and you never know what's going on. Especially in this game mode, which is so tasking. Sheik, basically with the freebie here. That was lovely. So... let me ask. Oh my god, that destruction. Is Soin versus Sexy today too? The best players lose heroes to creeps. Nothing wrong with that. I know! The goddamn overlords killed 2 of my heroes. I know. I know. Creeps are vicious. Stacked upper half. Is it though? Sheik, top player. LawLiet, A tier. Seiso, A tier. Moon, we'll see. Definitely prepared. We'll never underestimate Moon. Inspired, very, very good. Chaemiko and Ina surely underdogs. I'm curious if Chaemiko put in some more work because he was kind of lucky to get the win over Lelu. Because Lelu is a puss and chickened out with 4,000 gold. And you know, I made the mistake of underestimating Ina. Not doing that again. Not doing that again. And lower bracket, I think Starbuck has to optimize builds. Then he's an Omega threat. Dice very, very, very good. And Neutron also. Yeah, maybe upper half is a bit stronger. Yeah, I would agree. Judging from the group stage, I would agree. So in the group stage, 2 decisions are still left out. Sexy versus Soin. And we'll have to get confirmation if still continues to play or not. As we had the best game of the group stage in Still versus Starbuck game 1. Then Starbuck lost game 1, made it a 1-1, wanted to switch to human, and Still said, well, if you switch to human, I forfeit, my hands are hurting a lot anyway. So we don't know what really caused the forfeit, humans or hand injuries. But yeah, Still has kind of to decide if he wants to continue playing or not. Well, at least Ina knows now what's up. And how Sheik is playing. Well, Soin was mostly in the dark. At least, I don't know, 2 strats by Sheik are out there. Who knows how many he has prepared. Well, well. So I don't know if Sexy versus Soin are playing. I can check Flow TV real quick, but I think Soin is done for today. I see Trunks is playing with Devi. Practice sessions. But okay, if Soin is not playing, then we have the pleasure. Why Rulers left us? Dude, he had to go to the hospital to get his appendix removed. And he is recovering from his surgery. I think that is a very valid reason to not be here today. Or the past couple of days. But maybe you didn't hear that before. Yeah, after our last cast, he had to go to the hospital. Okay, I'm going into the next games. This was played earlier. But, of course, nobody knows the results. Nobody's spoiling the results. Don't rush me, Cup. This is the first round of 16. The first playoff match that we see. Random bad gamer. Thank you for 16 months. Much love. Oh, I got a DM. So insane. So in sexy 8 a.m. tomorrow, most likely. That's no. I can't do that. That is too early. I got a long day of Warcraft. But okay, then we know that they are not playing today. That's good. Inferno Finals offline. Sparta says, come along and meet the #1. Yeah, you can meet me in Krefeld. We have offline finals for our German league on June 13th. And, you know, Sparta is also there if you want to meet a bum. But no bums allowed here. We got the round of 16, everybody. From here on out, it's all single elimination. We got LawLiet. We got Chaemiko. And I have to say, LawLiet was one of the best players that I've seen in this game mode. Chaemiko left a couple of things to be desired, I want to say. Was mostly playing as a one-on-one player. Still a threat for Leluami, unfortunately. Made it through with, I would say, suboptimal builds by force of will, more or less. And still, this hasn't improved. No lumber mill early, which is the normal human build for later. Again, round of 16, elimination time now. Loser is out. Winner advances to the quarterfinal, where the opponent would be... Gotta check real quick. Sheik or Ina. That part of the bracket it is. Chaemiko and LawLiet, of course, know each other for a very, very, very long time. Traveled the world together, were housing together, I think, or at least visited each other a lot. And I'm very curious. Yuri Neutron said, LawLiet only looked so strong because he didn't have the toughest opponents. There was Sting Prestige and... Who else was in that group? There was LawLiet playing human. I gotta look this up as well. It's been a couple of days. Trunks, of course. An FFA specialist. Yeah, maybe Trunks wasn't on his very, very best there. We'll see how things go. I would still consider LawLiet the big favorite here in, again, this best of 3. Just because from what I've seen in the group stage, from his previous FFA experience, and also as a one-on-one player, he should be considered the better one. Ooh, since we're casting replays, we can do this. We can check what players see and what they're not seeing. Ooh, I like that. Gives us a better picture of how hard it is. And how little information you got. Because of course, you cannot cross the middle of the map. But you can use the laboratory to scan across the map. Chaemiko has started to play this Panda first now, which is still, many people say, less than ideal. You creep with Drunken Haze, so there is a lot of mischance. You don't take too much damage during creeping. Panda AoE is the weapon of mass destruction later, sure. But you're missing out on an Archmage. You won't have Brilliance Aura. That locks you out of casters, basically. And you won't have mass teleport later. And that also should be a quick indicator that you don't want to go for tanks, for example. Or maybe very late. So Chaemiko doesn't switch anything up in comparison to his group stage match. And for LawLiet, we'll see. I think maybe a hot take. LawLiet was better with human than he was with Night Elf in this tournament. His human gameplay was really, really, really impressive. So many multi-prone attacks. But hey. Do you want to go into a human mirror against the guy who plays Panda first? Probably not. In Gyro Mirror. I was out to the store listening to this as a podcast. Said I missed the pitlord action. Don't forget to enable audio only. Saves you data. You're welcome. Also, you don't have to see my face. It's also good. So, as always, the question in the early game is how greedy are the players? How many bases are we going for? And what creep spots are we taking? So far, this is rather normal. We have one human base with the tech forward.
Ready for action.
Okay. What if you only want to see your face? Subscribe to my OnlyFace. So, tech. Faster for the Night Elf. That is the norm. Third expansion already on the way. Plus a shop here. Can go for a second hero then from the tavern. So, in previous games, Chaemiko was playing Mass Air. Very curious if that's the same. He's falling into a similar trap than Soin was. Not respecting the need for lumber. He has a shredder now. That's fine. 5-minute mark. That's what you do. No scan on the other side, by the way. Otherwise, we would have removed the Fog of War from Chaemiko's side. So he doesn't know what's going on across the map. Did LawLiet scout? Don't think so either. No, not that we're aware of. Okay, then at the moment, this is fairly... oh, we get another expansion. 1, 2, 3 then. Demon Hunter strong. Panda on the way. And I'm curious if there is any adjustments. Because at the moment, I don't think this is greedy enough. Here's the next base. LawLiet again. Patented double Huntress Hall. He got a nice way of building his base always. Very symmetric. Still no... oh, wasn't there a scan? Did someone scan? We have vision here for Chaemiko due to one of the camps that he took out. LawLiet doesn't have that. So he's very limited and doesn't know what's going on. So we see 7 minutes in. Nobody knows the other's production, but they should all probably be aware that nobody built the production yet. There was a scan, right? Maybe. Wasn't there a scan? I was so sure there was a scan. Well, maybe replays don't show it. With Blizzard, everything is possible. You saw it too, right? Thank fuck. Sometimes I worry that I'm hallucinating. Which could be the case. So what do we got? Double win, double lore. Double reveal on the human base. Right? It should be here. Maybe it's because... I don't know. I don't know how that works. Well... ooh! Workshops early! That's a change! Chaemiko was going Dragonhawk Riders for a long time.
Our forces are under attack.
The buildings are revealed. Yes, you are correct. And I'm an idiot. He saw this expo. He saw this expo. He scouted the main but didn't see the production. Yes. Lodur Savior. Well, then we got to see what Chaemiko saw. He knows this expo. He doesn't know this expo. And he knows this. He also saw the production, but it's not really a giveaway what these buildings are, I think. Is that a way to differentiate between Ancient of Wind and Ancient of Lore? When they're in production?
Job done. Job done. Research complete. Job done.
Because I don't know. So we do have gyros, which are in general a very, very good solution. Just have to dodge Panda Breath of Fire. We get an ice shard. Haven't seen that in forever. Oh my god. So many APs. I think the wind is a little smaller, maybe? I don't know. He could have clicked it. He could have indeed clicked it. Yes, that is also true. You guys are hella smart today. So how many gyros do we build? That's a lot of APs. I like this build a lot more from Chaemiko, I have to say. It's not a double AoE hero combo for LawLiet. There's no Tinker. Hippos have to do the heavy lifting. Panda has to do the heavy lifting against the gyros. Oh my god, there's so many towers. We're playing tower defense! Eventually though, 3 bases versus 4. Blizzard, can we please get neutral observers and replays back? That'd be so good. Anyway. That is a very good foundation to have against gyros. Left hand side is safe. This should also be safe. Right hand side is open, but do we know? Oh, he doesn't know about this one. He doesn't know about that one. And LawLiet with 2 shredders. I mean, Chaemiko with 2 shredders out of lumber. That is fascinating. How much time can you stall? LawLiet's army is already kind of there. What surprises me is that we don't have chimeras at all. But these towers aren't done yet. And gyros are lousy fighters. They're all clumped up. Uh-oh, the Tinker isn't looking too great either. Kind of thrown there. We got the Ice Shard. A Merc that has Nova and Chaos damage. And there is no TP. I'm not sure if that was the wisest choice. To come in for the defense when you're kind of stuck. Next Breath of Fire. Okay, but there's not too much to hit actually. Only 2 heroes. I feel like Chaemiko is not fast enough because he plays one-on-one base builds. He got the towers up now. That might help him defend this. This will surely help him. Is it enough is the question. Blue Drake also fine. Not as good as the Ice Shard was, but still. Gives the Vamp Aura to Hippos and Demon Hunter and Bears. What a brilliant Merc for this situation. And there is no counterattack. LawLiet built multiple Fort Knoxes. And then that was it. Couldn't attack.
Our forces are under attack.
in Warcraft. Again, very rare to have build order wins. I feel in this game mode, they're a bit more frequent than in regular one-on-one. Now we got quite some lumber, but also big expenses. See, Lelu, that's how you play. Against Chaemiko. Shredder will be killed as well. Demon Hunter 5.4. He's wiping out one expansion, but there's an additional backup here, so it's totally fine. And it's still 1-for-1 base, and I guess 1-for-2? As this one will fall as well. Chaemiko has a TP, but his heroes are basically non-existent. The towers might kill the panda here. Cloud is a nice upgrade coming from Dragonhawks. Demon Hunter close to 6. Might defend this alone. Good answer to the Cloud, I have to say. Oh, 2 additional backups. That's right. This one's still in production. And in the meantime, we take a look at the base. Absolute carnage. Man, usually these games were very close. But it seems like we do have an outmatch, and that outmatch goes to LawLiet. Better, greedier, more FFA based, and successfuler. Which is probably not a word, but I just created it then. Yeah, it seems like similar to Soin, Chaemiko wasn't able to step up his game here, unfortunately. I feel like you gotta open with the human macro build with Lumber Mill first. Otherwise, you're too slow. Successfuler. It's a great game. A great word. It's a great word. Okay then. Can Chaemiko strike back after game 1? Gotta say, not the greatest hope for this on my end. We're going on to Sanctuary. I'm not entirely sure if I've seen Sanctuary before. Have we seen Sanctuary like ever in this tournament? Well, Chaemiko's map pick, LawLiet's match point. 1 point away from the quarterfinal again. Ina or Sheik are waiting there. And LawLiet versus Sheik, dream match. LawLiet on the left-hand side, Chaemiko on the right-hand side. Again, Archmage Barracks. Yeah, I don't think there was time to fine-tune this. What a pretty map here! Reminds me of Lost Temple. This little sanctuary. Is it gonna be such a sanctuary for these creeps? I know nothing about this map. Has a different merc camp. Shops only in the middle. So many gold mines. Jesus. Never played 4-on-4. It's the devil's game mode. I will never touch this. Ever. Mountain King first. Really? He's seriously playing one-on-one strats, huh? Well, if you don't have an Archmage, you don't have Water Elementals or Summons, that will already slow down your creeping. Demon Hunter has Immolation to compensate and Ancients of War. Well, humans have Militia, so that should be fine. I think Chaemiko then wants to hero snipe. Could that be the case? Can you show the creep spot colors? No! With Fog of War disabled, you cannot. Yeah, Reset. Thank you for the 35. Hope life as well. All right then. Big gold mines. Lots to creep. Interesting to see LawLiet not going for a fast expansion, but rather a bit of creeping. Invisible line in the middle. what a lousy creep spot for a middle. Ah, it's not actually the middle, right? It's just okay. It's just the front yard, basically.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Here's an expo. And then things should even out as the tech... Oh, is there a second one? Yes, okay. 2 base before tech. Demon Hunter struggle. Ah!
Our champion has fallen.
Even things happen even to LawLiet. Oh my god, that's the base gone, isn't it? Oh shit, loses the hero to the creeps. While creeping it, while already producing an expo. Yeah, that's annoying now. That screws timings, man. That screws timings. But most importantly is that the archers take the aggro and are leashing. But yeah, Chaemiko, this is the time to put the pedal to the metal, my dude. This is where you can get ahead. Funny, funny, funny. So, if you go Mountain King, what's your second and third hero then? If you want to go full hero nuke, it has to be Paladin Blood Mage.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Demon Hunter is back seeking revenge. And the Shredders. Yeah. That's a 20-second late Shredder, I think. But not the greatest difference here, I think. Still, Chaemiko not greedy enough. It's the same build as before. Tech, Lumber Mill during tech, and only 1 base. Which is, I think, regular for humans. As they struggle a bit with number of peasants.
Your building is complete.
Demon Hunter's still a beast, though. Still a beast. But yeah, LawLiet getting filthy rich. Tekken 30. Second hero. Oh, is he? He's teching faster than Chaemiko despite losing the hero. I guess militia rotation looking fine now, from what we see. And thing was, mostly, LawLiet knew exactly what would be coming. So, did he scout already? No. He was at the lab. Did Chaemiko scout anything? No. Alchemist. Okay. That's what you play against the Warden? Do I like this Alchemist? Oh, he cancelled the healing. Oh, Chaemiko. Oh. So far, this looks like, because of that additional base, it looks like smooth sailing LawLiet again. Another tree. But also here. Third base. I think Demon Hunter Panda just universally good. Pretty much against everything. Also somewhat hard to nuke. Because there is a solid amount of HP, even on level 1 and 2. And we go back to Griffin Aviary. So it is simply mass air, which can still be devastating though. Especially when you saw how prepared LawLiet was for the gyros with all the towers at the right time. Here's the scan. Doesn't see anything yet. He does see the Griffin Aviary now. Important scan. Very important scan. On the other side, we see another expo. He saw this. I couldn't see the lures. And he didn't see this expo either. Okay, not full information, we have to say. Blood Mage. How much do we have? 150. LawLiet looking smooth though. Might be a bit trickier than before. Hippos are not easy to produce in mass. And the fewer units you have in the air, the better is the fight for the Dragonhawks, as they have to shackle less. And there's also nothing to disrupt the shackles, like a Dark Ranger with silence or a Tinker with rockets. Job's done. And LawLiet is also still in no upkeep. That is another thing. LawLiet ready to fight. You can throw projectiles towards the middle. Job's done. And again, we prepare, but with all the Dragonhawks, disabling towers shouldn't be an issue with Cloud upgrade.
to the slaughter.
Our forces are under attack.
So where we're at, Chaemiko has a big army. Scroll of Scroll of Restoration as well. Mana and HP. How good is the anti-air of LawLiet? 2 talents only.
Our forces are under attack. Job's done. Job's done.
Different game like Chaemiko, it feels like. Timer has disappeared. You can go across the middle. What do the others see? Doesn't know about the middle. Maybe he just takes it for granted. And LawLiet kinda blind for this base. And also this base. And also this upcoming base. Okay, not easy. Nice assumption though. If he takes out 1 peasant, that's easy. Interesting fight now. 8 crows.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Our town is under siege. Ready to work.
Seems like LawLiet has still a lot under control. These attacks didn't do much. But he's also not accomplishing too much, but what he did get accomplished is the middle camp. Staff of Silence. Good mana. Staff of Silence, very nice against Alchemist. I mean, he could use talents. But why not use the item if you can? We had Chimeras now for big damage. And he feels ready to fight. Big bank, big army. Big levels on both sides. Oh, that crow damage, man. Always ridiculous. Nice pre-buff with the roar, hitting all of the crows.
Job's done.
But both have even economy.
Forces are under
If
attack.
all mines are saturated, which I just think it is. This is a way better game for Chaemiko, for sure. Question is,
Job's done. Job's done.
can he push it over the finish line? Or will he get destroyed? He got an invite yesterday in a similar situation when he was up against Lelu. The entire air army of Lelu was caught into a shackle over the trees. Not the case here. And without gifts, it's hard to contest this. Gyros change the equation. This is something and interactions that we've also seen in one-on-one. Kaho famously went 14, 16 talents. And if you have a numbers advantage, you can fight out of the shackles. It's really not that easy, and Gargs, talents are very squishy. Then Gyros reign supreme in a direct fight. Alright then, one player goes into upkeep and needs to get something done with another expansion on the back of things as well. LawLiet tying it up economically, but in no upkeep. 3,800 gold. Chaemiko needs to win a lot of fights and trade well for this to work.
Our forces are under attack.
Otherwise, it's getting rough. The longer the game goes, like Demon Hunter is getting insanely strong on level 6. Panda is getting insanely strong on level 5, especially against these army compositions. What about double ice shard, by the way? Oh, Mountain King Court has a TP, has ethereal form. But yeah, shouldn't really contest this. Should he? Wants to claim the fight. There's no no, not many Dragonhawks anymore. Lands the crows, so the gyros are somewhat useless. Tornado, Cyclone used for the first time. And surround! Oh, he got both. He wanted to hide, but against Fairy Fire, this is not working. Mountain King close to dying. Gyro somewhat useless. Nice Nova. Nice Ice Nova by the Frost Revenant, which he spammed both of. And the Blood Mage also falling. LawLiet, man, just cleaning the floor with his former roommate. This fight wasn't it. I think the greed and the economy looked a lot better for Chaemiko. But LawLiet has no issues whatsoever in this round of 16. Chaemiko, to me, it was a surprise that he even made it to the round of 16. Now, he's been eliminated as a round of 16 player. I think he can be satisfied with that. I doubt that he put in like a lot of hours, given how other players' builds were a lot better. But hey, solid showing. Solid showing. And LawLiet again, I said this before, a good horse only jumps as high as it has to. And he had an okay jump. Didn't break any world records here. We didn't see crazy multi-prone attacks, macro. Those were two very one-sided series we had here. That's what we got. So, group stage needs one more map between one more match between Soin and Sexy tomorrow, very early on, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. And then this is the playoff bracket with LawLiet going through Sheik and Ina, or Sheik or Ina will be the opponent here. And then we got Say So versus Sexy or Soin. No, that's not true. So, Say So versus Still or Sweeby, who also, there has to be decided what's going on with them. Moon versus Inspired. I don't know if we have any other dates. It says we have some dates. March 9, 4 p.m. That should be after B Cup on Monday. Okay, February 27. March 11. That is next week, Wednesday. Also straight after B Cup. March 12 is then next Thursday. And Lucy dies is okay. That is during Yutiao Cup. There's oh no, it's March 9 if that's correct. But that's during B Cup. That's during B Cup. There's no chance we can do this. But Flow TV is available. Replays are available. We try to bring you as many games as possible. If we can't catch them live, then we gotta go with the replays. Of course, you know us. We want to bring you pretty much everything that's going on in the competitive Warcraft world. Sometimes we're able to do it. Sometimes we're not. But there's something yesterday. There's something yesterday that I wouldn't miss for the freaking world. And that is not a timer game, but that's a regular game. And it's a Yangfang Cup game. Yangfang Invitational game. Moon was playing our German champion, Leon. And I have no idea how the games went. I have no idea who won. If you know it, please don't spoil. I feel bad for Soin and Chaemiko. Those two very frustrating. Well, you should feel good for the players who prepared the correct builds. Because work pays off. It'd be sad if other people prepared builds for hours and hours and hours and hours and test things. And then it doesn't work and they just get out microed. That's bad. I think. So yeah, that's the bracket here. Tomorrow we also have the next and last group stage day of Yutiao Cup, where today we had a strong focus and a good 1-2-0. Moon with 1-1, Infi with 0-2. Tomorrow 3 matches. I'll cast these for you. 1-0 in focus for the playoffs. And maybe for the group stage win, which would mean you can dodge Happy in the playoffs. Then Infi versus 1-2-0, which is always a banger. And then Moon versus Focus, which is also always a banger. For Infi and 1-2-0, we think back to like WGL 2016. For Moon and Focus, we think back to DreamHack Anaheim 2020. Since then, quite fierce rivalries. Speaking of rivalries, by the way, there is a big rivalry currently on the Reddit. Big discussions on the Reddit. Who's the GOAT in Warcraft 3? That was a discussion already with like 50 comments, which is rare in the Warcraft scene. Is Happy or Moon considered the best Warcraft player overall? And today, Labyrinth was chiming in on the discussion. We posted it on our Discord, on the Reddit, on our socials. And this is what he said. When I was a kid, a teacher told me, you have to look at things in their development. That perspective stayed with me my whole life. I was never narrow-minded. It never blindly clung to old dogmas. In the Warcraft community, though, this phenomenon is very common. There are old fans, the ancient glories, who first of all no longer understand the modern game, and secondly desperately try to justify their old beliefs. Even when they realize they're wrong, they refuse to admit it, saying things like back then players' micro was way better. The reality is that with that old level of play, they wouldn't even beat average ladder players today. So when it came to the question of the greatest Warcraft player in history, I used to favor Moon. But after watching Happy play over the last few years, I've changed my mind. Happy's #1. His level is the greatest of all time. He stands ahead above everyone else. It doesn't even need an explanation because the gap is enormous. Anyone with eyes and logic can see it. If he's not the greatest, then who would dare to call themselves that? Who deserves the title more than Happy? Yeah! That is a question that you can raise. If not him, then who? Stufka is the GOAT? Well, yes. Stufka is also the GOAT. The GOAT discussion, everybody. The GOAT discussion is an interesting one. Is it Happy or is it Moon? I think it's interesting that we narrowed it down to 2. I think you can make cases for 6 people. Happy, Moon, Lin, Infi, Sky, Grubby. I don't think anyone is allowed in the discussion. Anyone but these 6. Not saying that I'm agreeing with every take. Not saying that I'm agreeing with the arguments made for these. But I think reasonable arguments can be made for these 6 players. Grubby contributed a lot to the game, skill-wise not. That's an opinion one can have. It is interesting how much emphasis you put on influence of the person outside the game. Or impact on the game outside of pure micro-macro. That's a big argument pro Sky and pro Grubby. In the Moon discussion, of course, you can always say he never won a WCG. You can't do that. I got my prep work laid out. It's gonna, I have to do a video like Friday, I think. It's time to do the GOAT video thingy. I would like to hear from more people in the scene. Moon the GOAT of all time. Current GOAT is happy. Yeah, Endars made a comment on Reddit, which I liked a lot. Endars differentiates between... Oh, Kampfasbear, shout out. He's also in the Reddit. Have to agree, nobody as long as dominant and top is happy. Moon gets some creativity bonus points. Neo is such a happy fanboy. Instant fanboy song here. But this one was cool, I think. T. Bramler is Mr. Endars. Hey, Mr. 8-Man, hey! Just a thought regarding this. IMO, being the GOAT is not the same as being the BOAT. Greatest of all time and best of all time. Muhammad Ali is the GOAT of boxing, but he's not the best of all time. Arnie is the GOAT of bodybuilding, but he's not the BOAT. In my opinion, to be the GOAT, you should have left a lasting impact on the audience that's just beyond pure skill. This could be, for example, change the perception of the game or reach more people than the hardcore fans. A GOAT should inspire and be a positive force within the field that the person operates in my opinion. That is also a position you can have. I think differentiating between GOAT and BOAT is absolutely necessary. I have different metrics lined up. And then you just at some point pick. Or you have a very different conclusion that there simply is none. If it's about impact, we have to mention back to Warcraft. Yeah, let's go. We're the GOATs, of course. Of course. The stupidest argument, I can already tell you that much. The stupidest argument that I see. Hey, Selani, thank you. The stupidest argument that I see that I really don't like is when Happy was playing in 2009, he wasn't as good as the top guys. Like these people, I don't know. Do they not regard the fact that people can work hard and learn and grow? Like the person that played Warcraft in 2009, the Happy that played Warcraft in 2009 isn't the person that plays Warcraft in 2019 or 2024 or 2026. I don't know. I disregard that. Just because, like, for example, someone like, I know like football comparisons aren't that great, right? But for example, Modric and Kroos, great footballers. Not that I mentioned them in the GOAT discussion, but they were among the best in the past 15, 20 years. And when they were younger, they were good players. But I think nobody would have ranked them high in a best in the world list. And then they continued working on themselves and got wiser. And I think by now Kroos is one of the best German players of all time. And I think Modric is probably one of the greatest players there is. So sometimes people's performances are like fine wine. Sometimes it takes a little while. With keepers, we see it all the time. And then I really don't like that argument. I really don't. I mean, that also says that there's no competition right now, which is also not true. Like there's like always 4 people contesting for a title, I think. And to so consistently beat everyone else, as Happy does right now, I think it's a disservice to his skill. Saying that he can't be the GOAT because in 2009 he wasn't good. Another example is Neuer. A lot. Everyone should have their own GOAT. Yes, Paulinho. That's right. It's comparing like apples and oranges, because back then there was more competition, but today's skill is higher. So, apples or oranges then? What's the... quote? Goat fruit? Oh, we had the fruit discussion quite a few times, right? In comparison, I think I'd pick oranges, man. Apples are a little too vanilla. Apple juice is like, yeah, okay, it's slightly better than water. But orange juice is something like you look forward to, especially when you squeeze it yourself. Slice of orange tastier than a slice of an apple. I gotta say though, apple better for pancakes. Orange amazing with chicken though. Fly is the best performing player when he is reaching a skill cap on offline finals. Ah, I saw him destroy many clans offline in Germany. That was fun. Oh no. Moon always had his own style, still no one could copy him. Though he was the player the most players wanted to copy. Also, I think he can out-micro Happy at his best. But Happy is 100% the player who perfected the game the most and gotten the farthest. And he's dominant for so long. Now you can't say anymore the competition was bigger back then. We have so much new blood and the player base is maybe the same as then. Warcraft 3 community feels just smaller because everything else grew like 100 times. Would agree with the first part, not necessarily the second. Scene was bigger back then. Clearly. But then on the other side, Moon also had a lot of tournaments where he was like invited to the grand final already. That is also something you have to regard. Plus, he never won the big one. One of the big ones. That is also, can a GOAT be someone who never won the title? That is a question. But yes. I'd argue that. So, I will take a leak, get some water, and then we cast Moon versus Leon, talking about the GOAT. One of the German GOATs challenging one of the world's GOATs. in this little show match provided by one of the community's goats, and that is Yangfang. Let's go. Be right back. Alrighty, there we are. Hopefully making your evening. Moon is MJ, happy is LeBron. I don't watch baseball. Alrighty. Going into the replay folder, this is a show match sponsored by one of our community members, Yangfang. We had tremendous fun with Yangfang show matches. Starbuck versus LawLiet, Starbuck versus Sox, Starbuck versus Moon. Now a new challenger arises, and that is Leon versus Moon. Very, very cool. Leon just won the German championship, even though he had to come from the lower bracket. He was defeated by Kevin in the upper bracket, 3-2-2. The final, though, was pretty one-sided, and Leon took it back. We know that Moon watched Kevin's replays in preparation for this match, how to beat Leon. And now we'll see if Kevin, the German Moon, is able to beat Leon. Hey, Reeve, stay safe, mate. Thank you for the sub. That is, again, a replay. It's a best of 5. So first to 3, unlike the Chinese tournaments. It's not play all 5. Winner takes more money. The higher you win, the more money you get. $200 on the line for these best of 5. Again, Yangfang, you wonderful, wonderful soul. We gotta say, though, that our German boy, Leon, is a massive underdog here. Even though he's the German champion, Moon is terrorizing human competition wherever he goes right now. I think he's the best Night Elf versus human in the world, and it's not even close. But you know what? Back in the day, I was a WC3L audio caster for ESL Radio, and we had a game of Spirit Moon for Meet Your Makers versus Mio for SK Gaming. And Mio also back then German champion, and he took a map off of Moon in his prime, the GOAT times. Let's see if Leon can take maps here as well and be as good as Mio was back then. As always, when we cast replays, players spam a lot, and Leon has 500 APM, so he spams even more. That creates annoying noises like this. So I have the sound disabled until the hero spawn. And then we go. Springtime it is. And we got an Archmage and we got a Demon Hunter. This is so far not the Kevin style. It's the regular Moon style. Kevin, I mentioned this because A, we had the final as comparison. And B, Moon was watching Kevin's games. Simple Demon Hunter. Leon's big strength is Archmage play and a harass style. Be in your face, be at your wisps, be at your buildings, whatever you can. So he was able to do that versus Kevin 4 times. Does that mean you can do it versus Leon as well? I gotta change the tournament thing here. Young Fang Invitational. That's better. You might see Leon as well in person if you buy tickets to our Dach Inferno finals. Age of Empires, Dota, and Warcraft 3 will crown their German champion there, or Dach champion, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And you can be in the audience in Krefeld at Take TV. Now, Leon has reached level 2. Not the greatest items, we gotta say. In the Inferno finals, he was insanely lucky. And I am also saying, disclaimer, that I'll be rooting hard for Leon for once. Usually in the German leagues, I'm always against him because he's the dominant force and we need to see the dominant forces struggle. But here, he's a clear underdog. This is the world's best competition. This is the world's best Night of vs. Human. And we already see he can't pass. He was blocked by a Demon Hunter level 1 basically. And is now going for an expansion without attack. Moon already taken for a while. And he's right there with Immolation. Interesting. Was it indecisiveness? Does he want to be hard to read? Moon is right there where he needs to be. A little scrim for Moon, possibly. But that needs a block, needs a block. Sends the footman back in, unfortunately. But the Sasquatch is down. We do get the claws. We get a little bit more damage in. Moon with good Shadow Melts. And notices there is an expo now. And since he noticed that this expansion is important for Leon, he counter-expanded as well. Good denies. This was one of the key strength of Leon in the final versus Kevin. Deny, 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 deny. Level 3 for as long as you possibly can. And it also works here. Power build now. Problematic is obviously Leon's tech. Missing gold. And no Arcane Tower against this Demon Hunter. How can you possibly buy time? Well, you buy time if your opponent forgets the Hunter's Hall. And then the lores are later, so the fast attack doesn't even do too much for Moon. What he can do is go for a second hero now, as he didn't forget about the Moon Wells. He has the necessary resources. But Leon, classic Leon play, with some militia calls, always somehow getting the level 3. Leon is too scary, I'm afraid. Me too, man. The smiling assassin he is. That is a solid delay here. Go, Leon, go! Punish him!
Your building is
It's hard to punish Demon Hunter Naga, but the Demon Hunter is only level 1. Again, strength of Leon in the deny sector. Not anymore. Now we got evasion. No mana burn. Okay. Different philosophies here from time to time, I guess. Good saves for now. Good save into the gold mine. One worker goes down, and for the Naga, they're all ripe for the picking. She has the range attack. Fleeing into this little sanctuary doesn't matter too much. And an Archmage alone can't hold this. Need more footies. In the meantime, lores are coming up, but Leon's tech has also started. 50% through. But then also Moon clean, ready for a potential new tech. But Leon with the staff towards the north. That's his prime move against Night Elf. Onto the lures we go. Moon calculating, do I have to detonate or not? Oh, he gives it up. That lure will go down. Cancelled, but very late, so not too many resources back into Moon's account. Builds it back immediately. This proxy position, nice for Leon to punish. And there's still creeps here, so the tree can't entangle immediately. Cool skirmish between the two so far. I like what I see. Leon with the expansion maybe a bit late. But Moon's tech is also not unfolding flawlessly. Like, you know, there will be rifles. And as I say that, I see the blacksmith is also late. Both with a couple of mistakes timing-wise. As a lot of attention is on the fights, on the timings. And that is another lore cancel. Damn.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I gotta say, it is working against Moon as well. The harasses that killed Kevin. We do go double sanctuary now. Triple production with rifles and casters. Will the timing still work out? Usually, Night Elves want to reach tier 3 as fast as possible. To have bears and redo. Ooh. But this is Moon, and Moon loves dryads. And only starting the tech now. Very important to get the cancel on the entangled gold mine, so it's still no additional gold. On the sacrifice of 2 footmen, which he wants to rotate out anyway. Shop a little late. Now Leon is moving away. The healing could be running pretty much the entire time, but priests will be there in a bit as well. Good that this isn't punished. Good that this isn't punished. Lame, why are they attacking each other before the 11-minute mark? Tetster, you want 11-minute no rush in your games as well? Just send me the graphics card you got. It's all doable. 2 of each kind. Noah's Ark. Shout out to Carson for that term.
Our warriors have engaged.
Not great, not great, not great. Needs the potion, thankfully. He got that one. Mountain King ready with the Stormbolt. Naga still underwhelming. Deny on the Water Elemental. It is important to not feed the heroes. It's also important to get a lot of rifles out. Oh, that is a save, eh? Almost. Pathing always tricky when you fight here. And Moon is forced back again. Has a town portal. Threatened immediately. Dude, Leon is holding his freaking ground here versus Moon. What the hell? Got the supply lead. Got solid levels. Worrying a bit about the Mountain King. But yeah. And breakers are coming against the reach of bears. Or bears in general. I worry a little bit that Leon might not be good enough in the late game fights versus Moon, as his strengths are oftentimes timing based. Wonder if he's gonna be a little overwhelmed in macro and these crazy good fights. I kind of forgot to send you the pic, Sunshine. Is he asking you for nudes as well? He did the same to me, but he's paying good, so that's fine. There might be a follow-up order if you strike your pose well. Nice bear kill! Dude, Leon got a 6 supply lead! But Moon has a sweet defensive setup. Here we go. Here are the boys!
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh, damn. It's only 2 lures, not 3 despite Expo.
Research finished.
And the towers are coming up. Double scroll 2, correct. Bro, his matchup first night of so nasty.
100 monitor VF.
Oh, Mini Gumbo gets his little muddy animation. Brother. What can I say? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the big 3-digit club. And what an evening we got here with Moon vs. Leon. Towers up in 20. Is this just stalling time? I don't think Moon can engage. Do you know how many people struggle to take maps off of Moon right now? 40 struggling. Infi. Sock first and foremost. And Leon. Looks like he has never done anything else but destroying legends in this game. Keeping the Mountain King safe. Fire is raining down on that Demon Hunter. Mana burn. Good stuff by Moon. Alright. And the tower siege the main. And I would love to see a shop for Leon. Just for mana. And that's the Expo dead. Leon is in a freaking leading position versus Moon. What the hell? Did Moon underestimate him? It didn't really look that way. Demon Hunter levels were quite bad early on, but that's about it. Okay, Moon. Last stand. If he doesn't win here, he can forget about it. 2 base, 1 base, unwinnable, even if the tech is higher. Naga is also not close to 5. Demon Hunter is not close to 6. This is not even the human's final form. Blizzard is still missing. There's no clap. There's no tier 3. Just full force tier 2.
Your building is complete.
But okay, Moon sees a way out still somehow. More upgrades, more priests. Is he too heavy on anything? Not really. Very good mix. Lots of slow to control the Demon Hunter.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
And Moon also supply blocked now. He can't even go higher. Triple heal scroll, let's go. I don't know how Moon can win this. I do not know this. I have no clue. Mountain King has a Storm Bolt now. He got Blizzard on top as well. Yeah, we're getting closer to that final form. Mega Zord almost completed. And everything is slowed. So much pain
Our warriors
for
have
Moon.
engaged the enemy.
This is not an army that can win a siege. Not against Blizzard. Oh, tier 3 on the way as well. Plus the spell. The Reju can always be stolen. There's no Invo Potion. There is no shop at all, so not even potions. And Leon not forcing the issue, not forcing into Moon's strongest position next to all the Moon Wells. I like that. Smart. 16-minute Wellspring. Nice.
The enemy. Research finished.
I'm very impressed by Leon. Damn. This might be a style also that Moon is currently not too exposed to. The Saras heavy style.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Can he close it out though? Will there be any big mistake? A human army is relatively resistant to one big mistakes that ruin games, I think. It's not like if they lose an Archmage, everything falls apart. Rest of the army is still solid enough. While if Moon, of course, loses the Demon Hunter, then everything is over. Everyone knows. It would hurt, of course. Big time. But yeah, the bears are controlled way too well. Archmage level 4. Even more mana, higher damage Blizzard. And everything's falling apart. Oh, Leon! You sexy, sexy soul! The German champ goes up 1-0 against the GOAT. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. And damn, it also puts Kevin's performance into perspective. Who defeated Leon 3-2 in the upper bracket? Damn. Next time Leon is online, maybe leave him a follow or a sub for this performance. Hot. Hot springtime game. Mamma mia. I thought we cast a quick little series, gonna be 3-0 and then we move on. But no. How crazy, man. We've seen Leon in B-Cup compete with Focus, for example. And that was worlds apart. Focus stomped him. Maybe it was an off day. Maybe it's the matchup. Leon clearly has a strength in its matchup. I think that was noticeable after what we've just seen. Focus as, yeah. It's all about the race. It's all about the race always. Incredible. That's so cool, man. That's also cool for German Warcraft. That we can compete with the best. Makes me really happy. Makes me really happy. Wanna know how far can we take it? Map 2. Cool map pool, I gotta say. Because we got Boulder Vale. The Asians get exposed to Boulder Vale, to the ESL, Dach Inferno map pool. Which is a bit outlandish in comparison. So, can Leon do it again? And take a 2-0 off of Moon. Man, how excited you can get for replays. How excited one can get for replays. So, question to me, how well does Moon know Boulder Vale? It's in our league for a year. And some people who play Orc, for example, in our German league, still don't know what that map is. It's a mystery. Yeah, but since it's Moon's first pick, I would say it's fairly clear that he knows it. Also the characteristics. The characteristics got weakened a little bit, but still, it is a long path from expansion to main. That makes it so the militia timer is already run at like half. When you arrive there, it's an okay creep spot. It got weakened a little bit. So it should be creepable now. But yeah, a human without an expansion is obviously tough. And one base is a fragile strategy for humans. So yeah, clearly advantage Moon based from the map, but that is also kind of supposed to be that way, as it is the first loser's pick. Good to see Moon on Boulder Vale.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Very much of the opinion that we need more maps, and the more playtime we get on irregular maps, the higher the chance that they might get adopted into other pools.
Your building is Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged.
Moon again, Demon Hunter. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. He's playing this one-dimensional first hero-wise. Of course, his movement on the map, etc. That's all stellar. That's all top. And also very entertaining fights. But you know, it's a Demon Hunter. More variety is always more good. Young Feng has promised me, or has said in chat before, I don't know if that's still the case. If we go to episode 10, there will be a special rule set, which I proposed, that you can't play the same first hero twice in a series. And I think that will make for a great series. It is obviously stolen from Riot Games, who do this for League of Legends now. It has a certain name that I continue to forget. But I think Warcraft 3 is in such a state that you can do that. While in the 2000s, it was always the same. We got lots more options now. Fearless draft. Thank you. I will again. Oh, the body block, the body block, the body block. Look at him. Ah, damn, that peasant was on a diet. That could have been the town portal right away if he keeps the block up. But a way faster expansion now, ironic, because it is the hardest to expand on map. Moon does what I think is the right choice, and that is stock up on archers. A little higher than usual. Neo body shaming peasants. Hey, I never said a big booty is bad. If you think a big booty is bad, then you're the one booty shaming, my dude. I would never. I see how it is. We got Arcane Tower coming up against Imo. Is Moon playing something fancy? He is tier 2. Ah, has a Hunter Sword. Okay. Man, Moon defeated Fortitude once with mass talents. And I thought that was the coolest thing since sliced bread. And I'm a German. My bread is near and dear to me, right? So, having sliced bread is an essential. And then he never played it again, ever. And then there was Kevin defeating Leon with talents in the late game. And I thought that's the coolest thing ever. And then I've never seen it since then. But yeah, I'm in love with talents. I'm also in love with this Moon push, I gotta say. Very annoying. Dark Inferno rematch, but with the Korean Kevin. Exactly, DJ. Exactly. Nice hold on the Arcane. This is super expensive though. And it's kind of funny, because in a way, this was before Moon saw the Kevin replays, I think. In a way, this is exactly how Kevin played when he was successful versus Leon. Attack a building to force repair to delay tech and tier 2 production buildings. I think that is incredibly smart. I don't know if you know, because it was a German broadcast, but Kevin had this little think tank of lots of Night Elf players and supporters like Sharky, etc. And they came up with some very, very cool ideas. Attacking Blacksmith during production, so repairing that. Either if you force it down, the rifles are late. If you repair it, it costs a lot of resources. simple things, but something that we don't see
Our
too often.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
Boots lifesaver, by the way. And now, in a way, Moon forced so much repair on that Arcane Tower. That's what I wanted to say initially. That it has the same effect. Force repair. And then with an Archmage this low, it might also force a shop. But again, getting an Expo up on Boulder Vale is no, not good. Yep, that's a TP if I ever saw one. Getting an Expo up on Boulder Vale is respectable in itself. The tech is halfway. Moon counter expanding. This will take some time off the clock and off the map. Again, same situation. So many resources for a goddamn farm.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Very smart commentators constantly say that we have to fix farms, and Leon did exactly that. He fixed this farm and gets a surround on a Dryad. That's actually quite cool. Ah, okay, I was about to say quite cool. Takes crowd control away and dispel away, but there's a backup solution.
Your building is complete.
But Leon's Archmage is still so hurt and not really competitive, and now we got 2 units on the field that can slow you. Naga, Dryad, Demon Hunter surrounded. Holla, out of nowhere. Leon has some hot plays here, we have to say. Demon Hunter level 3 is surrounded. It's a little bit of a Hail Mary. Archmage would love to support, but can't. And now with Immolation, it's a little bit too much damage with the Nagas coming in. Ow, this hurts. Leon on 1,500 gold, but a little bit overwhelmed and can't spend it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And that's a wipe. That is a full-out economy wipe. This annoying Dryad. Like a mosquito in summer when you're at the beach. Not that I know how it is at a beach, but I just, you know, imagination.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Bro, be a little more creative and don't use AI all the time. Thank you. Even though it's a nice spirits. Yeah, this is already a little desperate with the Naga. Exactly.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
If you can't get the Demon Hunter now, maybe, you know, Mountain King Stormbolt would have been a sweet surprise. Leon spent all his gold now, is only at 33. That tells you how much recovery was necessary.
Your building is complete.
Leon is very good at running away, though.
Ah, the great outdoors.
But I think with that, Moon has not much to fear anymore. Tier 3 on the way. Expo finished. Just needs to creep this and entangle. Is there a way for Leon to bring this back? I mean, he can kick into overdrive now when it comes to production. This is just a little fragile on the defensive side, I think. Demon Hunter's having the time of his life.
The sleeper has awakened.
Super annoying Moon, man. I love how we realized, okay, you don't really build rifles. You don't really get that piercing damage that my Dryads hate, right? Then let me pump my favorite unit and let me own you with that a little bit. And that's what he did. And then there's a Demon Hunter who's fiery hot. Dude, super impressive macro. Poking here, poking there, sometimes with just one unit. And that's what I meant on map 1. Like, Leon is very strong timing player. Very cool micro as well. Good straight up fights. If you pull him thin, I don't know if he always responds correctly, but then I remember the last Dach Inferno Grand Final where Francis tried to win via like building elimination and Zeppelin drops and Raider ambushes, etc. And that also didn't work, so Leon must be doing something good. But then also this Moon we're talking about, and he got a lot of solutions up. He got a big playbook.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Research.
Yeah, once this was not walled off and fortified anymore, and no Arcane Tower here, this is getting punished so hard. Level 4 versus level 1 on the Naga. Mamma mia.
The sleeper has awakened.
I'm not an expert, but I don't think that's a good sign. And we talked about low-level heroes on Springtime a little bit. Units don't matter that much for the elf, I think. Decisive about winning or losing, hero levels. Level 5 demon wins you the game. Level 5 Naga wins you the game. Everything else, decor. For human, I think army is more important. Yo, that was Moon's first loser's pick, and Moon traded pretty sweet. Can't help but think back to that one moment in the early game where the peasant wasn't able to block anymore.
Less than 3.
Oh, Kampfqualle, less than 3 right back. Where the peasant wasn't able to block, otherwise he forcing a town portal, and that might open up the game far and wide for him. Yo! And now we have a tied series. 1-1. Cool to see Boulder Vale. Cool to see Moon knowing the characteristics of Boulder Vale as well. Not subbing to this channel feels like stealing for real. The amount of content. Ah, the few hundred hours every month. Thank you, man. Thank you. Pablo, much love. Oh, there you go. Say it, robot.
Not subbing to this channel feels like stealing. For real. The amount of content.
There we go. And if Pablo says it, and the announcer lady says it, that must be true. So, is overlay working? Overlay is working. We go into map 3. Moon 1, Leon 1. The next map, ladies and gentlemen, the next time where Leon can threaten Moon a little bit is Turtle Rock. And it's Turtle Rock 2, if I'm not mistaken. We got, yep, no pawn tier, so this is Turtle Rock 2, the superior Turtle Rock in all regards. And this is then Leon's first pick. So, expanding, still relatively hard here. Not impossible, because this spot is still very, very hard. The militia hurt themselves when they attack turtles. Moon could attack from here or here, but this camp is more doable now. You don't have to walk all the way across the pond anymore. You can just go straight, and that's always faster. And the camp is a little weaker. So that works in Leon's favor. Plus... Ooh, cross position. Nice, little bit of distance here. And Moon is starting to creep with an Ancient of War. Is he going Demon Hunter once again? I'd say yes. I see yes. And Leon, of course, Archmage. So we stick to our guns. And we'll see what we can do. Wonder how Leon is adjusting. Is he... I don't want to say stubborn. Is he set on having to build an expansion? Does he think that one base pushes don't work? Not even as a surprise? It's also not that easy to creep for a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter always loves a lot of small units, ideally melee. Then he ignites himself and he fries the creeps like here. That's alright. Brazil! Thank you for the tier 1. So it's a guaranteed level 2. You can have a sweet level 3 creeper. Oh, Leon is Tekken indeed. I thought he would be stubborn. I thought he would expand. Good that he has a different strat. Especially here where he can reach level 3 quite swiftly. Turtles, Ogre, Shop.
Our forces are under attack.
Talked with Kevin about this a little bit. He said it's hard for Elf. We'll see. Maybe Moon shows the way. But yeah, especially when you're that timing based as Leon is, I can definitely see that.
Job's done.
Classic Leon play, right in your face. Doesn't find anything just yet.
Our forces are under attack.
Boots, for sure. Boots and staff? Huh?
Job's done.
Boots, okay. Demon Hunter not level 3 yet, but Leon also not making progress. We don't have Dust. I wonder if you should buy Dust. Because now this happens.
Our forces are under attack.
I notice it's always 5 archers in this matchup for Moon. Yeah, I think you can't be greedy. Otherwise, you get stomped. But Leon has some good mana. Still has water elementals. No militia creep yet. If you even do that here on one base. Probably not. Love that wisp. Checking the turtle spot. Checking the expo. Also has a wisp here. I don't know.
Our forces are under attack.
He doesn't see... He doesn't see the shop. There we go. Doesn't see the shop. Firelord second. Alrighty. That is the newly found hard counter. Look at that surround Leon. And also hiding from the Demon Hunter's right clicks with the cloak. Sweet. We have Soul Burn, so Demon Hunter doesn't do much damage anyway. 75% damage mitigation. Oh, Demon Hunter packs a punch though. Force the town portal. And I think Leon trading so much HP didn't do him any favors. He doesn't have a shop. He has to wait for priests. You gotta be extremely careful now.
I stand ready.
Wow. You might get a 75% damage mitigation. But... Immolation still hurts fully. It still does. So... Creep check. And this is exactly why this is so painful. Do we have reveal? Or maybe we do soon. We can just run him down with immolation. No way. Oh. Oh, that's so annoying. Archmage half dead. What a sick creep jack this is. Moon seizing the opportunity right away. That is painful.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
That is painful. Yeah, immolation is a unique interaction where
Your building is
you can't disable it when you're soul burned, but if it's activated, you still do the damage. You just can't activate or disable it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
It's toggled, not channeled. Correct. Ah, we play Ring Around the Rosie. But the chased Archmage is the one who's supposed to push. That's not a good sign, man. Moon gets a lovely... Yeah, dry it out. Town portal is gone. Can he hide? Yes, dust. Sure. Oh, it just runs him down. Doesn't even give him the mercy of a blade. Oh, actually survives. Okay, if you can call that survival. But Moon creeping in the meantime. Firelord dead. Naga level 2. Demon level 3. It's all coming together. Yeah, priests have to work overtime. Now Leon is trying to recreate such a creep jack. He is unfortunately a little bit too slow.
Your building is complete.
Big mana potion close to level 3. Leon coming with the boys.
Engage the enemy.
Go, 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 go. Can he do something here, man? Moon is close to tier 3. At least the Ancient of War won't help him. Still rooting for my man Leon. We got a supply lead. But the heroes, the army, the fact that Leon is facing tier 3 Moon and not tier 2 Moon, the fact that there's no breaker. Ah. We need prayers. Thoughts and prayers. And this is a peasant feast.
Your building is
For that demon hunter. Mm-hmm. I like that Leon's not giving up, even though it's looking rather rough. And I think the fact that like Moon is not styling on him. He's playing straight up. He's playing the way he would play against Fortitude, Infi, and Sock as well. I mean, on Turtle Rock it's hard. There's no Zeppelins, Zappers, or anything. But there's not a non-meta game so far. So you can see the respect. Is this the Korean Kevin? That is right. That's exactly right. Is that the man with the nicest hair in German Warcraft? I think that is. Unfortunately, this Demon Hunter is just continuing to burn, man. How does he have that much mana? There's always immolation. It's on the entire time. And it shouldn't be able to burn a Fire Lord. Just, you know, physics. How can that hurt a Fire Lord? He literally is a flame. I think that makes no sense. Leon should get the win awarded here. Nice healing. Nice retreats. Wait, there's no staff. Oh, slow, 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 slow. Goddamn redo. And there is no breaker. Goddamn redo.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Leon has a supply lead again.
Ah, the great outdoors.
It's still tier 1 versus tier 3 though. Leon needs a bigger army. Leon needs breakers. But there is no shop, so we can't build breakers.
Engage the enemy.
Think if he could choose, do I want the breaker or not? Leon would always go with a breaker. The unit equivalent to a beer, probably. I think being alive here is a testament of strength for Leon.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Do I think he will win? No. Do I think he can win? It's goddamn Leon. He's the German champion. He can do anything. Is it realistic though? We'll see.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
This is a lot of supply missing. Unfortunately. Oh, Leon just missed him. This is so much wasted time. Oh, this is so much wasted time. Moon is creeping the next spot. Owa, owa, owa.
Being desecrated.
Okay, into the base we go with the heal scroll, B scroll. You gotta do what you gotta do. Close to level 4 and 3.
Research finished.
Dryads can't reach. I like that Leon is playing around the Dryads. So often have we seen UN players lose 6-10 supply to Moon's roaming Dryads. Todespunk, let's go. Thank you for the prime.
Your building is complete.
Very likable just by your nickname
Our
alone.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
We have 9 rifles. We got good damage output. Ah, just as I praise him. I jinxed it, boys. I jinxed it. That's my fault. Sorry, militia. Oh. Yeah, pushing tier 3 Night Elf in the Night Elf base with 6 Moonwells without towers is an interesting approach. But you gotta act. He doesn't have the resource for tier 3, nor the time, I think. Double heal scroll. Okay. No blizzard. Firelord gets his face smashed in. Bear slowly crawling forward. Leon, show me your rifle micro. Show me your stutter stepping. Scroll of the Beast, big damage. +6. Nice detonates though. Getting rid of that Scroll of the Beast. Quick reaction. Super well done by Moon. Bringing the Wisps into the fight as well. And now Moon will have shop control in a little bit. Demon Hunter, strong. Ring +5. Great. I gotta say, it's a lot of running. It's very little shooting. Basically the opposite of America. And the damage is just missing left and right. And then Moon wipes the floor with you because of the heroes, because of the bears. Just a sad, sad, slow demise. And there's a nuke. And that is Moon taking the 2 and the 1. Leon against the ropes. You gotta fight like a lion now, my boy. To still manage this. But we'll see how it goes. Not a single spell breaker. That is normal. You put all eggs in one basket with this one base rifle push. And usually you do or you die. And Moon stopped this, so Leon died. That's pretty much the story. If you go breakers, you need a shop that takes away from your timing, even though it's of course helpful, but you want to hit as hard and as fast as you can. And I gotta say, this was not possible here early. With the Firelord going down, with the Archmage this low. It really was the can opener for Moon. There really was the surround on the demon, right? Wasn't it? They had the forest. He took so much damage. He did nab the shop, as we say. Tja, and then he was hurt, and then he was running. And running and running and running and running and running. And no damage was done. Ever again. We have the chances to turn this around, though. It was a best of 5. So Leon only has to win 2 more. Moon looked rock solid, though, I have to say. Moon looked very good. Can't complain. Straight up meta. By the way, now that I see Pishna's reaction, I had a little giggle earlier. You probably know that we have Battle.net, War 3 Champions, and the KK server, right? War 3 Champions was invented when Battle.net was at the lowest, basically non-existent, and was the foundation for Warcraft for years. And then a couple of years ago, the Chinese came up with their own platform called the KK server, which is not ideal. So today there was a KK sponsored show match, and it was played on War 3 Champions. That to me is pretty hilarious. I have of course no insight why they did this, why that was the case. Maybe it has nothing to do with the KK server. I got no clue. But the fact that the KK Peak Showdown was not on KK but on War 3 Champions. Funny, funny, ha ha ha. To me at least. Not so funny was the outcome of the past 2 games. Makes me a little sad. Now, after gruesome losses on Boulder Vale and Turtle Rock, we go on to a map that is widely known, legendary, and easier to expand on. Go on to Echo Isles. Also, I gotta say, this map pool, a bit unfavorable for Leon. Boulder Vale, very anti-human map. Turtle Rock, not in Dach Inferno pool. Echo Isles, not in Dach Inferno pool. I feel like Young Fang created this map pool so that his Korean Night Elf player, Legend Moon, had a little bit of an easier time against the force that is Leon. Because on the map that is in Dach Inferno, Springtime, did Moon stand a chance? I don't think so. I feel a conspiracy here. The big Young Fang conspiracy of 2026. But I haven't seen the Leon play this in forever. Of course, you gotta be ready for it. Is it a ward now? Yes! I got a feeling Moon is trying to squeeze in a warden every once in a while. I like this. He has such a big playbook. Use the playbook. I mean, it's the series on the line, and the higher you win, the more money you get. So either he doesn't care, or He's trying to entertain the people. On Northern Isles as well as Echo Isles. Moon is trying with the Warden. But I gotta tell you, Leon is also pretty damn good against the Warden. So let's go. It might not be expected though. And if Moon is vicious, he can pummel that old man and the horse. Some shadow strikes up the butt. And we have a stressful early game. Man, there's a lot of action here in that human base. Let's go, Leon. Expo and go. Moon knows it's not a Mountain King. Leon is just not a Mountain... He's not a Mountain King enjoyer, I think. As a second hero, sure. As a first hero... You could twist it and say he's very dependent on his Archmage. You could say it fits his playstyle very well. Don't know what it is. We got claws. Nice. Finally, the Dach Inferno final DLC has been activated for more damage early. Warden only a circlet. Solid start. Level 2 for free.
Our forces are under attack.
We are not... Are we getting a Shadow Priest? Okay. I thought Moon might maybe save the money for the Shadow Priest because the Dispel has been weakened so much.
Our forces are under attack. Ready to work.
Ah! I was about to say Mercy. I didn't see the Shadow Strike. Whoopsie. But okay. Moon, you gotta act at some point. Question is when? At the moment it's free creeping for the Warden. That is always lovely. Shadow Priest might actually be good for Leon as well against the damage over time of a Warden. And then counter expansion by Moon. So he doesn't want to play rushy. We sometimes see Warden paired with Huntress. By the way, boo, no Bottom Huntress game so far. No Beastmaster play either. And Leon prefers a Berserker over the Shadow Priest. Damn. Pendant of Energy, previously best in slot, today, meh. But a little mana never hurt nobody. This Warden hurt a lot of people though.
Ready to work.
Did he deny something? I can't look up the creep camp log. Because shouldn't this be level 3? Whoopsie! Now you need the Murloc, but okay. It's an easy to fix issue here on Echo Isles. Leon, what you doing with your stuff, little bro? Footman, scouting, defending, at home. Very passive. That, of course, makes it so the Warden can't Shadow Strike you and slow you down.
Are under attack.
And the Archmage presence here, yeah. Again, Dispel not as powerful as it once was, only 150 damage. So you need more than 4 Shadow Priest Dispels for a kill. Ain't that crazy?
Our forces are under attack. Upgrade complete.
The diamonds around, Mr. Moon. Let's go.
Upgrade complete.
And yeah, that's the problem of an Archmage against the Warden. The old man is very squishy. He is forced into a TP and he doesn't have a shop. See, Leon, I told you, get that Shadow Priest. He's not dead, right? No. Hiding from the Warden. Oh no. The Warden is here. He got a good idea. She's hunting. But at the wrong spot. They're both hiding from each other.
Job
Yeah, there is probably only 2 spots where you can be. At the Merc or here. Uh-oh. What a sick reaction by Moonman to get the Warden into Shadow Melt right away. Oh, it's not good. The Warden can do whatever she wants. There's no Water Elemental. Leon tried to deny with the Arcane Tower. That's a tough thing to do. Well, we do have some healing now. Moon's Expo did not pay off yet. Moon is on the way to tier 3 though. This would be peak Leon timing if he pushes into the main now, but it's of course also extremely risky when you only have a staff and half health against the level 2 Shadow Strike. Warden still making progress. And Leon is disgustingly rich. Like Edo in real life, but what does it help you if you're not spending it? Waiting for tier 2 to finish, and now we spend it. But this is unfortunate. Free XP for that Warden. And Warden, you really don't want her to level up. Up.
Research complete.
What's the play? Tier 3? Double workshop. Oh, someone wants to go tanks and Moon goes Tinker. And now we put the show in show match, huh?
Our forces are under attack. Job's done.
Interesting. Also with Pocket Factory? Really?
Forces are under attack.
I thought 100% is then rockets.
Job's done.
But maybe for creeping / pushing? We'll see about that. So, yeah, Tinker needs some work. Warden needs some work. Just the presence of a Tinker delays Warden level 5. And I don't feel like a pressing issue right now, except the Shadow Strike, of course. There's one potion or Moon with the body block. But Leon, no! Why are you passing the potion when you don't use it, bro? Archmage got the potion. Okay. He wanted to... Okay, maybe getting the hero back is nicer and faster, but he's not getting any XP now. Archmage gotta run. Good that the Archmage got the potion. He's more important. Actually, I take that yelling back. And he was passing the staff, not the potion in hindsight. He could have staffed the... could have passed the potion. Well, Warden not leveling. Mountain King not leveling. Tinker though? Close to 3. That's kind of scary.
Job's done. Job's done.
But Moon is getting ready for tanks. Double ancient prep. We don't have winds yet, right? No. How are so many elves ignoring Fairy Fire? Well, against breakers it gets flipped back, and against tanks it's awesome. Warden didn't start spinning yet.
I await your commands.
Only on a bit supply blocked, farms are coming.
Our hero has fallen.
And that Mountain King is not having a good time, man. Not a good time. Maybe we're... Nah, there's no mana anymore. I was about to say, maybe we don't see the impact of tanks in 2026. goddamn annoying this warden is. See, Leon, this is how you staff. Oh, I'm a Leon fan today. Shit, I forgot. Knight of Imba, they can always staff. And we get the Tinker. Okay. Moon, unfortunately, filthy rich too.
Our forces are under attack.
Was war das? Gute Frage.
Job's done.
He kind of forgot.
Our forces are under attack.
I thought that was an illu. Me too. Kind of. Maybe Moon thought the same.
Our forces are under attack.
Got the ancients up. Not too much damage due to tanks yet. Nice response with the 2 bears. Yo, this might go on for a bit. I like that he did not forget about breakers. Just because how good Riju is. And that it kind of prevents fairy fire, even though that's sad.
Research complete. Our forces are under attack. Research complete.
Pala's level 2 before MK. True. Big true. That's a lot of gold invested into that defense. Oftentimes on Echo Isles, lumber is an issue because there is no shredder. MK level 2 as well. Leon got a super real chance, man. 20 food up. Even though Moon has a big bank still. Big bank theory. Come on, close it out. Is Leon gonna be like the honorable fool who's moving out of tanks into like a real army now?
Our forces are under
Oh, we built real army now. I think Moon is also expertly playing against these tanks. I mean, he has done this 1,100,000 times.
Job's done.
And we fight apparently. Knights super sturdy against Fan of Knives. Untargetable by Shadows. Well, not untargetable, but also sturdy against Shadow Strike, of course. If you disregard the slow. Oh. Double heal scroll, scroll of the beast. 0 backline, which is funny. No priest, no Sork, no mortar. Nothing. I think mortars would be amazing. Blizzard, mortars here in this position, insane. Barbarian, thank you for the 5 months. And now Moon has 80 food. And the warden bought enough time. That shop kill a bit too late. Oh, Leon is bleeding HP. Tanks are idle. 4 tanks are idle. They could be here the entire time. They would probably die, but they would distract. They could also be in the base. What he is doing great is a 3rd base up top. Oh, 2 cannon towers, but a bear is attacking. Is a bear winning against 2 cannon towers? I don't know. Absolutely freaking not. Got destroyed. Obliterated. Poor thing. Oh, tinka, 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 tinka has a TP. Leon is constantly at like 70 something. I think he has to diversify his army a little bit. Just frontline doesn't do the job either, does it? I mean, against the warden, it's always tricky. She can blink into the back line and shadow strikes your mortar ass, and then it's gone. But you got frag shards. Should have. Moon will, of course, mine way longer. Main base, still a lot of time. 6 minutes.
Our forces are under attack.
Using Reju in front of Breakers is such a Night Elf move. At least Moon continued to play after losing game 1. Only Inferno qualifier viewers understand. Uh-oh. Leon is not at home. Leon doesn't have a TP. Moon finds a way across the map to have the bears here on the right-hand side. Shouldn't engage with the Dryads.
I await your command.
There we go.
Our forces are under attack.
But that expo, yeah, that was supposed to be the win condition. Oh, now Leon is listening with frag shards. Helps the towers as well. Which was a very cool patch, by the way. Cannon towers were never, ever played before. And then they got the frag shards. Now we see them. Moon's army is ginormous. Moon has 2,000 gold because he has no expenses. And Warden is also level 5 with Fan of Knives. So everything you want to put in the back line is gonna get destroyed.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, you gotta get that base up, buddy. Leon is still at 80 food, but how effective are these 80 foods?
Our town is under siege.
Can't finish that. Leon can't finish that town hall. So many bears. If Leon had Blizzard, then. Oh, Mountain King. No, the tragedy of this Mountain King. Imagine the damage with Blizzard. He never made it to the shop, though. Because he was always busy and Moon always kept him busy. Spin to win. Mountain King in the front line. Knight falling. Breaker soon to fall. This is a Hail Mary if I ever saw one. But Leon has great body blocks usually. If your opponent has Blink, that doesn't really matter. He bought a potion, right? A big heal potion or something? Ha! At least we're not in danger of seeing an avatar. Tinker made sure of that. I gotta say, there was more possible for Leon. I mean, now he's falling apart and he can't catch up anymore. He got the expo up, but his army, look at this army, the health bars, that's not a bug, that is not existent. Buying all the drinks in the marketplace. Kingdom for a merchant and all these bears. Wow. Does he even have enough to rejuve? I don't know.
Ready to work. Our forces are under attack. I smell magic in the air. Our town is under siege. Ready to work.
This is how I imagine a travel group to Turkey when old man get his hair transplants. Obviously, bears don't need that. All hurt, all bleeding, waiting for the rejuvenation.
Our town is under siege. I smell magic in the air. Ready to work. Job done. Our forces are under attack. your command.
Turkey does more than head-to-head transfers. I got my butt touched up there. Oh, you got your virginity back. That's nice of them. Oh, you mean hair. Ah, you probably mean hair. Oh, that's nice. From head to butt?
Ready to work.
Oh, it's so sad you can't run away from these dryads. There's no big solution to the dryads. And there's no solution to the warden. Oh, this is getting a bit frustrating here, I gotta say.
Ready to work.
Learned from Remo the other day that bears in druid form regen mana faster than in bear form quite substantially.
Forces are
Yes,
under attack.
that is correct.
I smell magic in the air. Our gold mine is running low.
Look at that. It's like standing next to a mana fountain.
I await your command. Our forces are under attack.
I struggle to see how Leon wants to win this with these levels, man. The levels aren't just there.
I smell magic in the air.
Maybe a little blind spot. Struggling to get Blizzard or not realizing how important it is.
Collapse.
Trying to get enough fire now. Okay. Not sure if that's the most... Like, I don't know. Priest will just get obliterated.
Under siege. Forces are under attack. Our town under siege.
Okay, Moon has had enough. Time to go back to my kids. To my family. Away from the computer. Yeah, I think switching to a fighting army. I don't know. Level 6 warden now. Leon tries to give us one last hurrah. Yeah, Moon did a good job pinning him down at the top. Making sure that this third base was becoming so important for Leon to survive this game. Avatar of Vengeance! And then just constantly fighting there, or threatening a fight at least, so Archmage never made it to the south. Maybe could have sacrificed the time, but then who knows if Moon wouldn't have chopped his head off. And that is indeed the downfall right now. But I think we can be pretty proud, man. Leon fighting some fierce games and taking a map. Is our boy. And again, the big map controversy of 2026, the Young Fang conspiracy, is still true. I want to see Moon on Dach Inferno maps. And then we're talking. And then we're talking. Except maybe Boulder Vale. Or include Boulder Vale. Whatever. But yeah, Leon did really well, man. Our German champion against one of the GOATs. And he takes the map and is competitive. This looked a million times better than his matches versus Focus. And shows once again how sick his Night Elf matchup is. It puts Kevin's performance into perspective. I want to now have a Moon and Kevin think tank. The Korean Kevin and the German Moon together, thinking about solutions and finding ways to obliterate Leon. That'd be nice. But man, Leon, very, very proud of that one map. And we should all be proud. If he's online next time, throwing a sub or two. He deserves it. As we mentioned it, if you guys have Prime subs available, we gladly take it. We're here every single day for 732 days. More than 10 hours today again. Pretty much exactly 10 hours. And you get that here. The best competitive from all around the world. Most of the times live. Sometimes when there's too many tournaments at the same time, we do extended replay casts. So, yeah, I think you get your money's worth for the blocked ads that you get with the subscription. Tomorrow, Big Day Yutiao Cup. Big Day Yutiao Cup. I forgot the pronunciation. 1-0 Focus, Moon, and Infi. We'll see what's possible there for Moon. He got 1-1 here today. Needs to win his last map versus Focus. And probably needs a little bit of help that 1-0 is not winning everything tomorrow. Then there might still be a chance to make playoffs. Positioning is important here. Runner-up goes up against Happy. Winner goes up against Soin. That's a little bit of discrepancy when we look at elo and earnings and skill and everything. Except looks. I gotta give Soin the looks. For sure. And yeah. That's what we do tomorrow. Also, for the Germans, tomorrow at 4 p.m., we do Creepjack. Me and Florentine reuniting for the first time in 2026. The man found time for me and our beautiful little game that we got. And with that, I say goodnight. But before, a little reminder that the breaking news came in. That we have Warcraft 3 at BlizzCon, ladies and gentlemen. There is a classic cup with Brood War, StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, and Heroes of the Storm. And next week, in 6 days, at 7 p.m. Central European time, the captains will be revealed, and they probably tell us a little bitty about this Classic Cup because we don't know format. We don't know anything, really. We don't know shit about this Classic Cup. So next week, we'll be smarter, and then it's 6 months till BlizzCon, and we'll see how it is. We'll see, do we know who it is? We got an idea. We got a little bitty of an idea. Maybe you guys can figure out who these guys are. Mango, 70 month with a tier 2 sub. Let's go. And now I'm going to rate you to some people. But whom? I guess Carson is live, huh? Carson just started. Ah, but Reaver gave me a sub before, so Reaver gets the raise. Enjoy the Reeve. Take care. See you tomorrow, 12 noon, for the Yotiao Cup.